He struggles not only with public speaking, but with speaking in general. He's noticed that conversations with some people require vastly different approaches compared to others, and he wasn't sure until this week why. Let's hear what Roman found out in his 5 to 7 minute speech titled Different Styles, Different Results. Take it away, Roman.
Thanks, Mer. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for welcoming. Well, I bet you've been in this situation before, when you would tell the same story to different people, and you would get a different reaction. And you would think, why? Reality is, it's not because of different mindset. It's just different perception. So, today we are going to talk what's happening, why, and what is there to do with it. First, let's go into what is happening. For this speech, in Toastmasters, I actually had to take a test and look at different communication styles. I always knew that somehow, with some people, you're just gonna have to speak differently. I wouldn't grasp exactly how until I took this test. So, different communication approaches, they can be direct, analytical, supportive, or initiative. Direct is pretty much going as short as possible, straight as possible. Analytical is when every time you would go into the speech, you would use facts and references. Like, if you're trying to make a point, you would reference 10 different things to support your point. And supportive, it's when you're trying to support the other party you're speaking to. You're trying to listen to them more and actually trying to help them develop the idea and help them speak. And initiative, you're trying to bond together and pretty much speak more. It's less about even the actual subject and more about just creating this bond and speaking to the person. Now, why different communication styles might be a problem? Well, I took a test and I found out I'm normally very direct and a little bit of analytical. What it means, if I'm direct, I'm always ending up the speeches before I need to. Or, sometimes I'm analytical, to make my point, I would try and bring so many facts and references that no one listens to me, everyone loses track, and I cannot end up in the right time. So that's the first thing. So as you can see, the importance of that is the way you deliver your speech. It pretty much reflects it. Now, what can you do about it? Well, first of all, you need to figure out what style you normally speak with, what style you prefer. Because it's gonna pretty much tell you how exactly you're speaking and what you need to work on. Plus, you need to remember that you're not speaking to yourself. If you're speaking to a mirror, you probably have some problems. I would say go check Dr. Jim or some other doctor, whoever. But just remember that you're speaking to live human beings. So not everyone knows about different communication styles. And even as they do, not everyone knows their preferred style or how it reflects on the conversation. So every time you're speaking to a person, think of what exactly their communication style is, how they prefer to be listened to, and how they would prefer to have a conversation. So make sure to always adjust your speech as you're speaking. And by adjusting, I mean, don't adjust the point you're trying to make or the facts. No. Don't adjust any of that. Just adjust the method you delivered your speech. That's it. Because the method is what matters. The perception is what can actually influence the point you're trying to make, no matter how valuable this point is. Unfortunately, we're all human beings and we all make mistakes. Now, to recap. Different communication styles can adjust the point you're trying to make. So, what's happening is know that there are communication styles. Know your own one and know the other person's preference. Why is it happening? Well, like I said, to help you deliver the point you're trying to make, and also to listen to other person, to hear what point they are trying to make. And what to do with it? Practice. Practice more. Every time you speak to a person, make sure you know the point you're trying to make, and what they're trying to say, and what the communication style you're trying to deliver. And just like I said, when I took a test, I'm normally very direct or analytical. And direct means I'm normally finishing up very early. So that's all for my speech.
Thank you, Roman.